let's move on to our light dessert at the end, our Ask Reddit question.
Yeah.
So the question for today is, would you rather it be winter or summer forever, and why?
So if I had to choose,
Yes.
and it would be forever, winter or summer?
Eternal winter, like
Or eternal.
frozen, or eternal summer?
Well, I am always who prefers the cold, and I do
It's
not
funny
like.
that you grew up in Mexico.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you know, I was just born in the wrong country. No, no, but as someone who prefers the cold, you would assume that I would say winter, but if it's forever, then I'm choosing summer. I'm definitely choosing summer. I want to be like in paradise, like Adam and Eve, you know, before being depressed in an eternal winter of darkness, you know, so.
That's also, or let's say not eternal winter, but if you had to choose between a country where it's always warm, like Florida, Mexico, things like there, versus a country like Norwegian countries where it's mostly cold and doesn't get really warm, even though they also get like somewhat warm.
Yeah.
But where you have most of the time rather cold and wintry weather, which one would you prefer?
Again, I love snow. I love, you know, cold countries, but I still, if it's forever, I would still go for summer because we as humans, we need the light, you know, we need the sun to not be depressed all the time. So
then again, Danish people are known to be the happiest people on earth, and they have damn cold weather.
And they have the highest suicide rates as well. So,
really?
You know, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty ironic that
I didn't know that.
you know, the happiest countries, because they have such a high quality of life, like Switzerland, Sweden, have also the highest suicide rates, because not because you are economically well off does it mean that you are also mentally well off.
But I think they're also like parenting wise and things like that very on like the top
very
list.
progressive,
Very
but
progressive.
yet very unhappy apparently because they are not they do not have like in the Latinos families this close community, you know, where they can rely of. They're pretty independent, pretty isolated, and so that's kind of the irony of the whole statistics of the happiest countries in the world. Yeah,
I need to Google this because I'm like shocked. I'm like, are you really?
I mean, Switzerland, just as an example, I mean, I love how it has one of the highest, you know, life quality standards in every sense, but they also have like very high suicide rates. So, you know, you can't have everything apparently. Or if you have everything, that does not mean that you will have a satisfaction rate that is pretty high as well.
Well,
yeah.
I need to look at the list.
Yeah.
Just because I thought that would have been in different countries that are bigger also, or I don't know, you know, where it's kind of worse. Yeah, they're pretty high up there. Okay, wow, okay. Taking it back.
Yeah.
But back to the question.
Yeah, back to the... So, yeah, even
eternally.
though I prefer the cold, I mean... The summer, the spring, more, you know, vegetation, more vitamin D.
There's a lot more things you can do, like go outside, hiking, things like I don't know. Yeah, that's true. I would also choose summer, even though I much prefer the cold over the heat.
But now that I'm thinking about it, it's a pretty dumb question because now with global warming and everything, we are always going
We're already
getting the eternal summer, you know? So
I even was kind of joking, which is not even that much of a joke, but considering when the heat started with for us, it's like, well, we might as well have like 31 degree until November, December, and then maybe winter next year sometimes in April.
Yeah.
If ever.
No, but the reason why I prefer cold countries is because for the human body, it's easier to get warm as it is to cool
down, right?
You know? So that's the thing. I would prefer summer still, but still, I wouldn't like to always have to look for ways to freshen up a little bit.
But honestly, even though I love South America. I love the heat. I love the beach. I love to go on vacation. I would much rather live somewhere like London or Denmark, actually, where it is rather cold and grayish. Because I don't know, I much prefer it. I hate the overheat. Maybe it's just because of the European way is that we don't have air conditioner and we like to suffer so much. But it's just... Okay, I am in the process of moving house and moving when it's so heated like it is right now. Just trying to clean. It is terrible. If it would be just slightly colder. And I mean, 27 degrees. 27 would be perfect. I could still function. Yeah. And working in an office in this heat, it's just terrible.
Feeling the sweat just going down.
Oh my God. You are working in a suit and it's hot and there's no AC. Yeah. Because not even in offices sometimes you have that.
So difficult question. Maybe because of the vitamin D, I would still prefer the summer, but I do prefer like cold.
But in a cold country where you still have sun, you have still the sun, you have still light, but the weather doesn't go above 26 degrees in summer.
Okay.
Then
I would change to winter. Yeah.
Then rather the colder area.
Exactly. I'm just concerned about the sun. That I get enough sunlight.
Actually, it is kind of a question which doesn't make a lot of. It's a different question for us living in Switzerland. Yeah. But I follow a lot of influencers that were also moving states in the USA, from Florida to different parts where it's much colder.
The Midwest.
They lived in Texas and they moved to, I don't know, like... I kind of forgot.
Yeah, but one of the colder places. Somewhere else in the US.
Somewhere colder. I don't know. Maybe Washington or something like that. Or
And what would they say?
Ohio, for example.
And what would they say?
Obviously, for some, it's crazy because if you grew up in Florida and a place where it's always warm and you suddenly move to a state where you have all the four, weathers and seasons and you're not used to that, it can be kind of scary in a way. But I think a lot of people, even though you can get used to the weather all the time and you have obviously different systems there, it can be nicer. I feel like it is nicer.
That's true.
I really love winter. I love winter, and my favorite is fall. Actually, I love when
from all the seasons, I also love fall.
I love pumpkin spice, but pumpkin spice when it's getting colder and you can. I love when I can wear like a bit more warmer clothes, but not yet winter clothes.
Fall fashion is pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So let's change the question. So no, I just think it's funny. So if they would ask us, okay, do you prefer eternal summer or eternal winter? Our answer, eternal fall.
Eternal fall. That would be perfect. Yes, that would be amazing. So, top comments. Someone wrote, summer forever, can't grow shit in the winter, plus heating would be a problem in the long run. Thinking economically. Yeah. And someone else wrote, I'm going to ignore all the crop related and other, but this would be a problem stuff, because obviously if we live in an eternal winter, we'd have adapted millennial ago. And also this question is for fun and requires a suspension for disbelief. Anyway, winter all the way. When I'm in bed, completely clothless and still sweating profoundly and unable to sleep because it's summer and the AC sucks, or you have no AC, like we. Yeah, we hate it.
Yep.
Worst thing in the world? Chilly? Put some layers. Still chilly? Blanket. Still chilly? More blanket. You'll be warm eventually. Plus, I love rainy days, and while that's mostly a spring thing, warm rain in the summer is awful. Yeah, that's the thing. I love wintertime. I love Christmas. I love snuggling up in bed when it's cold outside. I love being in the snow. And I love being indoor when it's cold outside. So I love wintertime. I'm just kind of sad that we don't get beautiful winters as much anymore.
Thank you, global warming. Yeah.
Which we are kind of fighting against with having no AC, but it still sucks. It still sucks.
It's a big sacrifice.
Like, America, can you get on our board so that we can repair global warming? Suffer with us so we can all stop suffering.
Yeah, do that, please.
That would be the answer. I mean, I wish that would be that easy.